that
The music. I can only be a part of this family that's sitting here. All this week, The Young and the Restless is celebrating its 45th anniversary. And at the center of the action for nearly 40 of those wonderful years has been the much beloved Abbott family.
Yes.
Take a look.
Yes.
Dad? Welcome to Colorado.
Ashley. Oh,
Bye.
honey. Good to see you. Now let me look at you. Huh.
Daddy. Hi.
Hey, see, honey. Oh, what a pleasant surprise.
Thank you. I was looking for Brad. I'm very anxious to talk to him.
Does this have something to do with your book?
No, actually, it's a little more personal than that.
Dad, I wouldn't have come back if I didn't have my head together. And a few ideas about the future.
I'm not sure what that means.
It means you don't have to worry about me.
You know, I just thought that those days were going to last forever. That they were never going to end. We all did.
Oh my God, honestly, this gave me chills watching that. Those tear jerkers, you guys are getting emotional as well.
Yeah, they're wonderful memories for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, our very own Kim Douglas has a very tight-knit connection to all of you, I would say. Isn't that true, Kim?
I do. You know, I've watched the show since I was a very little girl in Detroit, and so.
Your connection's a little tighter than that.
Yeah. Let's get to the point, Kim, okay? It's a 2-hour show, honey.
I mean,
Yeah. It all started when I was a small girl.
Detroit. You guys, well, Jerry and I have been married for 34 years.
What?
April 6th.
When did that happen?
I know, April 6th. And what happened is I was an anchor in upstate Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, and I would do
I know.
Mitten,
All
yeah.
of you.
And every day I would anchor the news at 12 noon, and The Young and the Restless was on from 11 to 12. So I would sit behind my anchor desk and watch the last 15
Instead of
minutes.
preparing for your...
Obviously. Have you met me? Do you know? And I fell in love with the character of John Abbott. And there he is. That's who I fell in love with. Ended up with him, but it's so good. No, and and then we
I love
ended up
this photo.
meeting at Las Vegas at the Jerry Lewis Muscular Dystrophy Telethon. He asked me out, and the rest is like a soap opera.
A lot of drama.
Oh, if you only knew. Right, Boo Boo?
Absolutely.
Well, enough about you two.
Yeah.
Let's get into the other
let's get
family.
into the
Let's get into the other drama. Peter, what is Jerry, I mean, his character, the man himself, meant to you guys in the Abbott family?
Well, Jerry played John Abbott, who was the mother, father, uber parent of the clan, and his exit from our show is unique in that we are still talking about him seemingly every day.
No.
Wow.
We talk about
What would John Abbott do?
What would John Abbott do? Or Dad would be so disappointed in you, Jack.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the true sign of
That's a
a
true-
really
it's a
huge
true sign of an
patriarch.
True sign of an iconic character.
patriarch,
You're
yeah.
talking about him years after he left us.
You know,
And I don't know if that would have happened if it wasn't inhabited by Mr. Jerry
That's
Douglas.
the fact.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I thought you were going to say you didn't know if that would have happened if he hadn't married Kim. That too. But Jerry, long before you met our wonderful Kim here that we all love and adore so much, your life was kind of similar to John Abbott's.
Very.
You were a single dad raising your
Yeah,
kids.
I had custody of my son at 10, and I think I had 4 years, and then I got Young and Restless, and I said, what on earth is happening here?
Yeah.
Life imitating art, and I just fell into it. It was easy. It was always a comfort zone because as a young actor, I did heavy after heavy. I could never get a job as a father, never. And I probably did at least 100 guest leads in my life, if you look it up. And here comes John Abbott, and I loved playing him.
Yeah.
It was so comfortable for me.
Right.
Well,
Felt
he
good.
had 2 daughters came along and stepped into the role in 1982. Eileen and Beth. And you guys
Look at that.
She still has her hat.
Yeah, you should have worn it. That would have been fabulous.
I heard though that Jerry actually had to step in between you two at some point and play the real father figure.
Together every day, and you
We
develop
know.
a sisterly relationship.
And that's the thing. People that were raised together, you know, you have your squabbles. And it used to be a big tradition on the show as part of the storyline that we would have Abbott breakfasts. So every morning he would sit at the head of the table and we'd all prepare for the day, and all the news of the family would be interchanged. And so in between shots, Eileen
She was
and I
very
were
horrible to me that
I
day.
was sniping. I might have said something a little off color. And Jerry Douglas leans across the table and he says, "Mind your business."
Wow.
My goodness. So Eileen, you had a nickname on the show that John Abbott had given you.
Yeah.
It was My Beauty.
Yes.
You, as far as I can remember, you were crying a lot in your dad's arms. You cried. Both of you were very emotional.
A messed up kid.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, a little bit.
And it's true. I don't. Jerry, did you come up with My Beauty, or was that written by Bill Bell?
He did.
I did.
That thing stuck too. It's like,
I did.
you have to live up to that thing. all
That
the
was
time.
mine.
Oh my God.
That was mine.
No wonder you were crying.
I know we're pressed
Not
fast. She did a scene where she is out of memory. She's insane almost, and in silence. And I did it with her, and it was one of the best scenes I ever had to do, where I had to try to reach her, and when she came out of it, she's such a brilliant actress, she made me cry. And it was a beautiful scene. Remember that?
I do.
It was wonderful.
Wait, I don't remember that.
But a lot of topics that you would address on the daytime soaps were really true and being living out in America day and day. Let's go to Marla at the far end of the table. Dina, you were the absentee mom in this situation.
Oh, for years and years.
Yeah.
And every time she came to town, in and out of life, drama came along and followed
Indeed. To say the very least. It's still happening, too.
It's still happening. Your character right now, in the present moment, is struggling with Alzheimer's.
Yes, she is.
And we'll talk about that, but let's take a look at your character before and then how she is.
Fun, good.
You were conceived and brought into this world with love.
I was brought into this world out of betrayal. Betrayal to John Abbott, to his children, and to your daughter. Do you have any idea what you've taken away from me?
But it doesn't have to be that way.
But that is the way it is.
You know, son, I'm aware that my memory will come and go. Mostly go. And when it does, Jack, when I become terribly difficult for you to handle, I just want you to know that I love you now and always. Always.
And I love you.
Oh, my boy. Oh, Jack. Mm.
That was beautiful. I mean, what a touching scene. And you're even getting teary-eyed.
Oh, I wish you want the tear from Absolutely. It's such
a nomination this year for an Emmy.
As you should.
I tell you, I've done everything from Broadway to movies. I've been in the business of show for over 60 years.
My goodness.
And this is the most iconic, privileged part that I've ever have been graced with. The Alzheimer patient is one thing with the family, but it's the caregivers that are the heroes, the unsung heroes.
Yeah.
And that is very daunting to have to play, but it's with such a privilege because people are writing in from all over the world who are the caregivers.
Sure.
And we give them comfort and love, and they
which
have
is
found
so
a new
important.
home on the Young.
It's so because we've all been touched. I don't think there's
I
one
know.
person on the set that's not been touched
I don't know
by
anyone
Alzheimer's
in
or
the world.
dementia.
And their emails and texts just make me weep every time. It is a great honor to be able to play this role, especially with these very talented.
This very talented.
It's a great honor to have you all here, by the way.
Jerry, let me just give you the last word. You know there's a lot of fans of this show watching right now. What do you want to say to them?
I say thank you for being part of the Abbotts all these years, that we loved every moment that we shared with you, and hope that it was uplifting for you above all.
Oh,
Wonderful.
it certainly was.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Wow.
You need to come back as a ghost again. I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. I really like it.
This
You
is
guys are
news, and it's
wonderful.
no
Thank you so
surprise. Young and the Restless has been nominated for 25 Daytime Emmy Awards this year. This year alone. 45th anniversary celebration continues all week long. Soak it all up, you guys. And
Can
it's
we be
always
part of the Abbott family too?
Yes.
Come on over.
Scooting over. Coming in. Good.